You're listening to the How to Talk to Girls podcast, where you'll learn step-by-step how to meet and seduce beautiful women, whether you're looking for one night of fun, a week-long fling, or a long-term relationship. I'm your host, Trip, and the episode starts now. Hello and welcome to the How to Talk to Girls podcast. This is your host, Trip Kramer from tripadvice.com. Welcome to another episode. Sorry, it's been a little bit since I put an episode out, but we're back. We're here and we're doing it. We're talking today about, are tattoos attractive to women? Are they sexy to women? It's an interesting question, and it's a question that I've gotten before. And so obviously there's a general answer to something like that. We both know, you and I, that some women will be attracted to it, some women won't. Maybe you're wondering if there's a general population that does or does not. I'll give you some answers to that. But more importantly, I'll explain why maybe tattoos are attractive to some women. And what we're going to do today is I'm going to go ahead and give a kind of rapid fire Q&A here. People have been emailing in with some really good questions, and I want to attack them because they're just so good. People have been emailing in with questions that are really all across the board here, but still kind of have me giving similar answers. So I'm going to go through these. And if you want to email me, you can do that, trip@tripadvice.com. Very simple. Just go ahead and email me with a question. Put in the subject line podcast question, and I'll do my very best to get to it and answer it. Okay? So before we get into that, just so you know, and something I've been talking about on the podcast quite a bit here, at least the past 6 months, is that coaching is available to you. That's right, coaching. Coaching with me, one-on-one. What is coaching? Well, coaching is you and I being able to get together, whether in person or on phone. So it doesn't matter if you're international or live somewhere very far. You and I can still be able to do coaching. And what I do is I help create a customized plan for you to go out and meet more women and attract more women. So if your goals are having an amazing quality and beautiful girlfriend, or just having an active dating life where you can go out and date a bunch of women and then choose one sometime in the future that you really want to get together with, this is what we help you with. These are the kinds of results that my clients are getting because we're working together and I'm able to figure out what your flaws are and where your sticking points are very fast. And because I know that very fast, that means we're able to get you results very fast. And coaching is one of the most powerful ways to be able to get fast results in this area. So if you're looking to speed up this portion of your life and move on to other things and other goals because you just want to get this area handled, the dating and women area handled, then go to coachedbytrip.com. Coachedbytrip.com is where you'll find an application. Fill it out to the fullest of your ability, and I'll get back to you as soon as I can via text or over email. That's right. I look at the applications. I'm the one who gets back to you. I'm the one who's really in charge here because I'm the one who's coaching with you. So please go to coachedbytrip.com today and let's get this handled. Sound good? All right. Awesome. So let's get into it today. Let's get into these questions. Tattoos. Are tattoos attractive to women? Yeah, they're attractive to women. All women? No. Most women? I don't know. I haven't given a survey of it, and I don't think anyone has. But I think that there are a lot of women out there who are attracted to tattoos. But the reason why I have this as a question and as an episode is not to give you the information where I can say to you, hey, so listen, guess what, guys? Tattoos are attractive to women. Go and get them. Or, sorry, guys, tattoos are not attractive to women. Don't ever get them. And if you have them, you're screwed. No. Okay, the reason why I have this as a question here and why this is an episode is because I want to teach you not to not ask these questions. You can ask the questions that you want, but you should be doing the things that you want to do because that is attractive to women. You know what's attractive to women? You being your own person and you being your own individual self, okay? I'm not saying that be yourself is what attracts women. That's not actually what attracts women. It's about still you being able to display your attractive personality traits. But one of those things is entertainment. I talk about this in my coaching program. I talk about this in my Hooked program. You can check that out, by the way, at getherhooked.com. My Hooked program talks about entertainment, entertaining yourself, doing the things that are interesting to you. So if you want to get a tattoo because you like tattoos, well, then that makes you more of a unique individual. And that, in a sense, makes you more attractive to women because you have a personality and you're not bland. And by the way, even if you don't have a tattoo, that still says something about who you are. Because even these days, a lot of guys are getting tattoos. Now, I have a tattoo. It's really small. It's a little, like a little keyboard. It's like 6 notes of a keyboard. It's on my left outer elbow. And the reason why I got it wasn't to attract women. It's because I play the piano. And I thought it'd be cool to just get one because I like the way it would look in that location. And piano and music is always very important to me. And it also symbolizes some other deeper stuff. So I got it. And have I gotten compliments on it? Yeah, I have. Not from a lot of people. Some people. And I'm sure some people were probably like, that's stupid. But you know what? I don't care. Because I did it for me. And I like it for me. And if I decide to get another tattoo, I'm going to do it because I like it. And that's what makes me interesting because I'm doing the things that I want to do. That makes me confident because I'm doing the things that I want to do. Whether that's get a tattoo, not get a tattoo, get 1 tattoo, get 10 tattoos. So I want you to think about that. Okay? And it doesn't matter if it's a tattoo or if it's a certain kind of style you have or a certain kind of sunglasses you have. I mean, we're talking about these outer qualities here, not the inner qualities, but the outer qualities. But whatever it is that you like to do to kind of show off a certain kind of style, that's going to be interesting to you. And I should be really specific here. I don't mean a style like something that's really bland. That's not a style, but something that really sticks out, like a specific, unique type of style where you would say, wow, that guy has style, not just wearing something like a plain t-shirt and khaki pants. That's not a style. Okay, so definitely focus on that. Focus on having some sort of style, something that's interesting to you, not that women like, okay? So that is kind of my answer to, are tattoos attractive to women? Yes, to some, no to others, but what's attractive is you doing the things that you do that make you, you. Man, how many times can I say the word you in a sentence? Yes. Okay, so now what I want to do is I want to do some rapid fire questions. I have some questions here, like I said, that have come in from people all over the world, and I'm going to be answering them in a rapid fire way. So I'll be reading them out loud and then answering them. And I really want you to stick around for this. I know you wanted to hear about the tattoo thing, but these are really good questions, and you're going to learn a lot from these because boy, do I have something to say. Okay, so here we go. And by the way, these are all questions that have come in the past about 4 to 6 weeks. So let's get into it. Hey, Trip, I love your show. Just started listening 2 weeks ago. Lots of information rolling around in my head, and I'm finally starting to use it, like tonight. I'm at my favorite bar with my wingman, and I want to start a conversation with 2 women. I'm definitely interested in only one. I'm sure I could have gotten through the first few minutes of conversation, but what stopped me is how to get the number of one while insulting the other. I think he means while not insulting the other. Thanks, Trip. Forever grateful, Andy. Okay, so here's the thing. How do you do without offending the friend? Well, that's not really the question you should be asking yourself, okay? You shouldn't even be thinking about that. Why are you all automatically assuming you're going to offend the friend? See, what you're doing is you're playing the nice guy mentality where you're just making up things because you want to make sure that you're appeasing everybody, but you're literally making things up in your head. How do you know that her friend doesn't have a boyfriend or is married? How do you know her friend didn't actually take the girl that you're hitting on out tonight because she wants her to get laid or to go on a date or meet a guy? You don't know. So you're automatically assuming the worst possible thing. Well, what happens if I offend the friend? Why aren't you thinking the other way? Why aren't you thinking, what if I please the friend? I don't think that's such a crazy question to ask. What if I please the friend by asking out this girl? Maybe that's going to make her so happy. And let me tell you something, by the way. If you have offended her friend, you know what that means? That means that her friend has some issues, and that's her issues. And that is not your business. And that's not something that you need to be worrying about taking care of. If her friend is upset because her friend that you got that you got a number from gave her number away, well, that's kind of a shitty friend, right? Why wouldn't she be happy for her friend? And let's be honest, you can't like everybody. You're not going to go for both of their numbers. You know what? If you're so concerned with offending her friend, you should just ask the friend for her number. I'm teasing, by the way, of course. And wait a minute. If you ask the friend for her number, then you might offend the girl that you actually wanted to get the number from. You see, you can't win. So here's what I say you got to do. Stop worrying about other people. You're not doing anything illegal. You're not doing anything that's going to proactively hurt someone. If they get hurt by that, that's their problem. That's not your problem. Stick to your own problems. Do what you want to do, okay? So if you're in a conversation with 2 women, 3 women, 10 women, and you like one, just go for the number and let it happen and let her friend deal with the consequences. Okay. That wasn't so rapid fire. There was actually a lot to say there. Let's keep going. Trip, avid listener of the podcast, as well as listened on the manifesto on YouTube. By the way, he's talking about my manifesto from hello to sex, which is an hour-long kind of summary of how you go from hello to sex. It's on YouTube. Check it out. Okay, continuing. He says, I was wondering if you had any advice on how to get back into dating after a really long time. I'm 30, but haven't had anything serious or flings since about 10 to 12 years ago. I had girlfriends and flings through high school, but when I got to university, I made a conscious decision to be alone and by myself for a few years, and now I'm ready to get back into it. It's been such a long time that I feel socially retarded with women. Be careful. That's not really politically correct anymore to use that terminology. I've struggled with approach anxiety because in the past, generally women approached me. I never had to do the legwork. Any advice you can give me, much appreciated. Thank you, Mauricio. All right, Mauricio, getting back in the game. Here's the thing. You're just going to have to kind of rip the Band-Aid off, okay? What's going to happen is it's going to be really weird at first. It's going to be really tough because you're going to be getting back out there and you're going to not really know what to do. You're going to be kind of like, I don't know how to talk to women. But a really good way to get back out there is just take a buddy of yours and go to the bar and just kind of see what happens. Say hi to a girl as you walk past her. What I want you to do and what I tell most guys to do, whether they're getting into the game, never been in the game before, or just in the game in general, and they're having a long, hard time with approach anxiety and socializing, is taking baby steps. A lot of guys, they think, okay, when I go out to the bar, I go out to socialize, I got to do everything. They're thinking like as if they've, haven't ever played basketball before, and now all of a sudden they're in the game. It's like, no, this is not the same thing. This is practice. You're not in a game right now. You're just on the court dribbling the ball, and you're just kind of throwing around the ball, shooting the ball, and seeing what happens. You like my sports analogy there? So what I'm saying is, this is not something that you have to, be amazing at right away and know exactly, well, how do I open? How do I get attraction? How do I continue the conversation? How do I get everything flowing? Don't worry about all that stuff. Don't worry. It's okay to just start off really small. Go out, ask someone for directions somewhere. Just get your mouth moving and say literally anything to any woman, even if it's something like, hey, where's the bathroom? I know that sounds kind of crazy, but if you can't go up to a woman and ask where the bathroom is, and I know it's a really silly line to say, you're in a bar, you just ask a girl, hey, do you know where the bathroom is? If you can't do that, there's no way you're going to do anything more than that, like hold a conversation. So test yourself, see where you're at, start off small, take it from there. All right, next question. Hi, Trip. My son is 23 and lives at home. Oh, interesting. This is from a woman here. He refuses to date because he says no girls wants to date someone who lives at home with their parents. Do you think that is a big deal in 2019? I'd love to hear your feedback. Thank you in advance, Barbara. Okay, so she's got a son, lives at home. Is it a big deal in 2019? Here's the thing, Barbara. When it comes to attraction, it's never going to be sexy if a guy lives with his parents, okay? It's just not. I mean, the only time this is maybe okay is if he's home for the summer from college, where it's like, well, duh, you don't have your own place, or you live in high school. I'm not saying once you're 22, you're screwed. You're never going to get a girl. But I want guys to strive for the most ideal situation. So let's just look at common sense, right? When we really think about it, what's more attractive? A guy who has his own place, lives alone, supports himself, or a guy who lives with his parents? Now you might think, well, maybe a woman will be understanding of that. He's only 23. It shouldn't be such a big deal. And you know what? Yes, she might be understanding, but still, it doesn't take away from the facts that still living alone and having your own place is more attractive. So you know what? If he can't help it, then there's nothing he can do. And he has to live at home, and he has to just try to strive to make more money to get his own place. But the fact that he refuses to date is a little extreme. I wouldn't say don't date at all, don't go out, don't approach women if you live at home, because he might have to live at home for the next couple of years. I don't know his financial situation. He might not have a choice. So you still have the opportunity to meet women, and you still have the opportunity to date, but it's just not going to be the most ideal situation. So he should be doing two things simultaneously: going out and dating still, because he still might get a woman who doesn't care that much and it works out, but still striving to get his own place and get on his feet financially. And by the way, I have to say, this is a real email, and this is not some kind of joke. This is awesome that you're a mom who listens to this, cares enough, and is emailing in to ask a question like this. But he should not go to the extreme of not dating. He should still try to date. And if you're going to be a cool mom, tell him like, hey, listen, you can bring a girl back and we'll go out for the night and you guys can kind of hang out here. I mean, I don't know if you're cool with that, but it'd be kind of a cool thing to do, because he might want some privacy. Because one way to really make a connection with a woman is to get physical with her. Just saying. I think you know that, Barbara. You're married. Well, at least you have a son, so you know what it's like to be intimate with somebody, and you know that it takes space. And that is something that is important to the courting process. Okay? So there you go. All right, let's keep going. Hi, Trip. I've been listening to your podcast, and I can say it definitely works so far. I would be much appreciated if you could answer my question. I've recently started a long-distance relationship. Boom, boom, boom. Ooh. We've only seen each other for 3 weeks in Dubai. She is in France. We message each other every day. Right now, I'm just paraphrasing. This is kind of long. I'm currently learning her language, yada, yada. I want to make this relationship work. What do I need to make it work? Thanks, Trip. Quack. Okay. You want to make this work? The only way to make a long-distance relationship work is to make it a short-distance relationship. That's it. That is the only way to make a long-distance relationship work. In my experience, personally, and from people that I know, it just doesn't work out. Relationships were never meant to be long distance. We have been evolutionary trained, so to speak, to connect with people in person. And if you're not doing that, it's very hard to continue a relationship where you're not in person. So that's my answer. Okay, here's another question. Hey, Trip, I'm a big fan. I've been texting this girl back in June, and it was great. We went on a date and had dinner, watched a movie. We made out a few times, then went our separate ways at night. We planned on a second date, but she ghosted me. I started to move on, and out of the blue, she texted me apologizing for being MIA and that she's been really busy with school, work, and her daughter. I should have probably addressed the ghosting, but figured since I like this girl, I would let it go and just bring it up next time we had a date. We made plans to go out again when she was kid-free. The last time she replied was Wednesday. I texted her Friday, no reply. I'm starting to think she's ghosting me again. This confuses me because in our text, we had plans for future events like Halloween, and one day she would tell me about her problem. I really like this girl and need to address this and let her know that I have high value and this is disrespectful and unacceptable. What is your take on what I'm going through? Thank you, Trip. Keep up the good work. We appreciate it. Anonymous. All right. You don't have high value. You don't have high value. You know why? Because a high value man would not put up with this for even a second. A high value man knows that he has options, or he literally has options and he's dating multiple women, either one. So you are not high value, Anonymous, and I'm just giving you tough love here. I'm not trying to disrespect you, but I'm just being honest because this is what you have to understand, the reality of the situation. A high value guy doesn't waste time with a girl who ghosts her, ghost him. Okay. So once she ghosted you, you should have never responded ever again. That's very disrespectful. And there's no excuse. I don't care what you say. There is no reason that you cannot send a text message. I don't care if you have 7 kids. There is a moment before you go to bed. There's a moment when you're taking a shit. There's a moment when you can text somebody. And, the excuse might be, well, I forgot. Well, if you forgot, then you never really had a priority to be respectful to the person that you were dating. So therefore, bye-bye. Peace out. So what I would have done is I would have let her go. And now that she's doing this again, 100% you should just not text her and leave her be. Practice the abundant mindset. And I want you to move on from this girl completely. Stop putting women on a pedestal. Okay, you like her, but no guy would really like a girl, like really, if they were that disrespected. But you're putting her on this pedestal probably because you're desperate or you're just really physically attracted to her. A high-value man knows that he should be with a woman who respects him, which you said. And I like that. You said this is disrespectful and unacceptable. If it is, then don't waste your time and move on. Okay, another question. Hey, Trip, I met this girl at college orientation back in June, and she initiated a conversation with me. I asked her what she was into. She talked me throughout the day and somewhat hung out. After it was over, I couldn't stop thinking of her. There's an app that the college has for meeting fellow students. I friended her, and she accepted me. I texted her and said that I met her at orientation and asked about her summer. She said it was great and asked about mine. Later, I texted about 3 times, and she hasn't responded. I haven't really seen her that much around campus, but I've seen her about twice with another guy that I think is from her hometown. I emailed her 2 days ago saying that I know that the social app hasn't been working with notifications and that I would really like to hang out and to just email back when she's free. She hasn't answered that either. I was wondering if you could help me in figuring out what I should do going forward and if this potential relationship is still salvageable somehow. Thank you for reading this. Any advice you can give me? Kyle. Kyle, she's not interested. She's not interested and you're acting desperate. You got attention from a woman who you're attracted to, and all of a sudden, she's on the pedestal. It's so easy these days for men to put these women on pedestal. Not these days, but for as long as I can think. Men can do that so easily because you have low self-esteem. Your self-esteem is low, and I know this because you're basically getting just a second of attention from a girl, and that was all you needed to then just be obsessed with her and can't stop thinking of her. That's not normal. That's not normal. Now, is it normal like does this happen a lot? Yes, it does. But it's not normal in terms of you being healthy, mentally strong and healthy. You should not be so obsessed with a girl just because she gave you attention. So you need to drop her. And the fact that you messaged her a few times and emailed her was very needy, but she's not interested. So stop trying to analyze ways to find out how to get in touch with her. If she wanted to get in touch with you, she would have emailed back. She would have messaged back on the app. Something would have happened. Move on. Guys, I need you to understand this. Don't ask the question, how do I get a girl that's not interested in me? Okay? If she's interested, she'll show you. And if she's not, you got to move on. And then you got to work on your attraction, not on how to attract a girl who doesn't already like you. Work on how do I get a woman attracted to me who I just meet? Okay? And by the way, I help with this a lot in my coaching. Go to coachedbytrip.com. And I know I've been really intense today. Lots of tough love, but I think this is hopefully the way to get through to you. Don't worry. I respect you. And I know that you have these issues and I get it. And I was there once too. But you got to understand the reality. Step into reality with me. Coach with me. Go to coachedbytrip.com. Let me help you with these issues, with these situations. So you're no longer putting women on pedestals and just so obsessed with getting that one girl interested in you. And let's have an active dating lifestyle with women that are interested in you. And I can train you how to do that. So that woman would have actually, or that girl would have responded to you in that situation. So there's something you did that didn't get her attracted in the very beginning. So that's what we would work on. That's what you need to work on. Okay. So lots of lessons here. I know we were kind of all over the board, but I really think that this was a fun little episode to just get some questions answered. I hope it helped. More episodes coming your way. Hope you enjoyed. And we'll talk to you on the next one.